Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit, and I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you're not yet a subscriber, you can use other people's emotes. If you feel like being a lurker, you can just go ahead and lurk. If you want to say hi, say hi. Ghost Valve is here. Hello, Ghost Valve. Happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy American Thanksgiving to everybody, including Lashbrook, who is also here. Welcome, Lashbrook. Yes, if you are in the United States of America, happy American Thanksgiving to all of you. If you are not, happy Thursday or possibly Friday. There are plenty of people in the world. It's now Friday for them, and maybe I'm your morning activity, which is a wild thing to think about. Model kits and talking about anime and wrestling in the morning? Sure, sounds great to me. I know that occasionally we are some European friends thing to do when they have the inability to fall asleep because of the time change with them. But also, folks, you know, hey, statistically, this is unlikely from what I understand, that right now on Twitch, anyone is watching me in Australia. That is statistically unlikely on Twitch. Now, if we're taking YouTube VODs into consideration, good day. Because there is a less than like 5% chance, but still plus, you know, or minus 2 or 3 chance that you are currently in Australia watching this video. And to which I say, welcome and happy to have you. Hello, Lord Crashington. Welcome to you. And yes, and again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I did celebrate the holiday. Well, that's weird to say. Anyway, let's go to the overhead camera as we start working, delving into the Immortal Justice Gundam. And I'm looking at my third monitor, which is an old TV, and I hate it because the dimensions of this TV mean that my preview window is incredibly fucking small. And I hate it. I hate looking at it. It also, these bars, these lines here, this television hates them. So it looks like they're not there, and I don't like looking over there. It's infuriating. So I'm looking at the preview on my dashboard, and that is a far better experience. So when I say I celebrated the holiday, I mean I ate Thanksgiving traditional Mid-Atlantic / New England foods. I put my plate on social media, so you can check it out there if you're so inclined and interested in seeing that. I should have put it on my Instagram. I didn't. I'll do that after the stream. I'll upload it to my Instagram too, because I don't use my Instagram for promotional materials. I only use my Instagram for just like life stuff. So I should include the photo of my plate. My plate was, in my opinion, of course, Mid-Atlantic / New England traditional. Despite the fact that I have been in South Carolina now for a few years, and my parents have been there even longer. My parents have been here over 10 years now. The Southern traditions for holidays have not permeated their vibe. They have not given in. They have not been influenced, I should say. No hush puppies at the table instead of rolls. We didn't have rolls at all, but you know what I mean. No baked mac and cheese. You know, we haven't succumbed too much to like middle of the country casserole as a big element. We used to do string bean casserole, but we don't really much do that these days. God, I wish I had hush puppies. I hear you, Lashbrook. It would, you know, I'm not against it, but yeah, you know, we didn't have rolls this year. Some years we do have rolls, but we would have had, you know, rolls with gravy down here. Again, mac and cheese would have been a staple. Parts of this southern area here, you would have collard greens. No collard greens to speak of here. My mom had butternut squash because that's her jam, and she hasn't had it in a while, so she got that. My dad had a yam because he likes a yam, and I didn't ask for anything special. My dad and I had Le Sueur peas, which are a a style of green pea. They are smaller. They are basically like an immature pea with a darker green color that have a different taste than your garden variety green pea. But I like them. I like the sewers. They're good. Stuffing. We stuff the bird, and it is a sausage focused stuffing. Some people do not like meat in their stuffing, or they like, there's people that like cranberry in their stuffing. They like a kind of a fruit stuffing there. But this is a fairly traditional stuffing that is a great grandmother's recipe. Excuse me, that has been augmented a bit over time, but it's pretty traditional. And yes, whereas some people, honestly, myself included, prefer that their stuffing be prepared separately as a dressing, not a stuffing, because if it's not stuffed in something, it's a dressing. Some people prefer it as a dressing, which is not to be confused with like a salad dressing. It's the same word. It means different things. English. I prefer it as a dressing where it is prepared in a dish and then baked and maybe even at the end broiled. Yes, and you get those crispy bits. I personally prefer that. We did not get that style. I can't get this piece to stay on quite right. I got it on this side, no problem. This side's being a little rude. Weird. But we did stuff the bird because that is the way my parents prefer that. Definitely not a wound dressing. No, the other dressing. Yes, another dressing there. Let's see if I can trim this up a little. If that's what this is, or if this is a weird connection here. I don't know what's going on, but this is not. This should be tighter, a tighter fit than it is. All right, well, that's better. Okay, we'll go with that. I think that's fine. Again, it's not as snug as I would like, but hopefully it won't pop off. I can always use, if necessary, I can always use, oh, it did pop off. Okay, so maybe I want to hit some liquid cement here to kind of seal the deal a bit. I'm trying to just see if anything's like loose here that could be, or offset here. I don't know why this is being odd. But when in doubt, a little bit of the liquid cement. Anyway, we had that. Turkey, of course, gravy. I had dark meat and light meat. The white meat, I prefer a mix of the two. Some people don't like the dark meat at all. Some people, they just want that turkey leg. That's their bread and butter for them. Mashed potatoes, done silky smooth. My mom does a phenomenal job with mashed potatoes. Could not complain about that. And then cranberry sauce. Now, again, I helped with a lot of this, but this is not my Thanksgiving dinner. I am not hosting Thanksgiving dinner. So I do not, as I said, I made one request. When asked what side I would like for a vegetable, I said, well, Dad and I should have the Lesueur peas because I like them, and my mom was going to have the butternut squash. So I was like, well, Dad and I'll have it because she doesn't really like those. So like, we'll have those. That's great. So that was the one request I made. I'm not going to ask for the non-jellied cranberry sauce. You know the cranberry sauce I'm talking about. The kind that you buy the can of it, you take the lid off, you dump it, and it comes out looking can-shaped. I like this. I like homemade. I like buying cranberries. I like making it. I like the one where you're biting in and cranberries taste a little different from one another. You're getting to chew on it. That's the kind of cranberry I like. I like that kind of cranberry sauce. I like cranberry sauce that seems to be more of a sauce and less of a jelly. That's my personal take. Again, I did not make those requests for that, so I cannot complain about having the kind that I did receive. But I can have my own personal likes and dislikes. I'm allowed, just as you are allowed. We're moving on to the arms here, and it looks like these arms, most of this arm, we can do all at the same time, or we can at least get a lot of it started at the same time, so we'll do that. And that was Thanksgiving. And then a couple hours later, we had dessert. Apple pie, vanilla ice cream on top. Excellent. Very good. A great pie. Happy with the pie, for sure. And then tonight, after the stream is over, when when most of this house is asleep, I will go into the kitchen and I will do the thing I actually look forward to the most when it comes to Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving meal. Not the camaraderie, not the family, not any dish in particular at that first, when we're sitting down for the meal. It's the leftovers. I'm going to make myself a turkey sandwich. Now, could I make a turkey dinner sandwich? Yes. I have no negative thoughts when it comes to turkey dinner sandwiches. When people go all out, when they put stuffing and gravy and cranberry sauce on there, maybe even mashed potatoes, and do a sandwich like that. If that's your vibe, that's cool. And I hope you enjoy your dinner. That is not, or your sandwich. That is not what I want. I'm going to make a turkey sandwich with white meat and dark meat and lettuce and mayonnaise and provolone or cheddar, depending on what we've got more of, but probably provolone. I might heat up that turkey a little bit. I might just eat it cold. That's a game time decision. I've got a nice long, big roll that I have. I went so long that it didn't fit in the window that I'm going to cut in half and just have half of it toasted. Oh, it's going to be good. That's what I'm looking forward to. My time with all of you, I am grateful for. I am happy to be here. I am looking forward to tonight's stream and hanging out with all of you. I need C213. C213. I always look forward to streaming. I am happy to be here. But in the back of my mind, I am thinking about the very good sandwich that I will be making once this stream has concluded. I am happy to build. I have been looking forward to working on this kit. I have been thinking about it since Monday. But right now, behind all of this is the ever-present thought of, oh, I'm going to have a good sandwich. It's going to be such a good sandwich. I'm so excited about this sandwich. It's going to be real good, everybody. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I had a good Thanksgiving, a fine Thursday. It has felt like a Saturday to me because of what I was working on, and just my schedule today did not feel like a Thursday schedule. In fact, a video went up that normally goes up on Thursdays, made by Canadians, so they didn't take the day off. And it went up, and I went, huh, weird. Oh, that's right. It's Thursday. And to many of you, it's just Thursday. Folks that are not American, and also folks that don't celebrate Thanksgiving because they just don't. For a variety of reasons, all of which, in my opinion, are valid. And that comes right down to just yeah, we didn't do it. The folks I don't see folks with that. Friendsgiving isn't something that interests me. Whatever it is, whatever your reasoning is, it's valid. I myself, Thanksgiving, when I was growing up as a child, I probably talked about this in the stream, but whatever, I'll do it quick. As a child, this was a holiday that was important to the extended family on my mother's side, so we would go and we would see them. There was my great aunt and her sister who lived with her did Thanksgiving and Christmas Eve. That was their holidays, and then the family kind of split in half for Christmas Day. And some family went to one, and some family went to my grandma's house, and we had two smaller Christmas days, but Christmas Eve was at this house, and then Thanksgiving was as well. And everybody came, and it was a big deal, and it was nice. And some of that family I didn't see outside of Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it would be a long time before I would see them, and it was nice to see them, and they'd be like, okay, and see you in a month, and that was totally fine and nice. But yeah, Thanksgiving growing up was a big deal, and it was you're going to be here. So when I was in New York, it was very easy to get to Connecticut, where my parents lived for almost all of my life, and where I lived before I moved to New York. It was easy to just go see them. Even when I ran an improv tournament where the semifinals and finals of the tournament were that weekend as a way to just have shows because the normal groups, a lot of them didn't want to do that weekend, and it was a way to get some stuff going on. I would run that tournament. I inherited that tournament. Ooh, did I do this wrong? I think I did this right. I'm pretty sure I did the arm right here. We'll find out later if I did this wrong, but I think I did this right. Let me look real close here. This looks accurate. This looks like I did it correctly. I'm going to go ahead and say I did these shoulders right. We'll find out. And if I mess up, I messed up and I can fix it. It's not impossible to fix a mistake with model kits. Anyway, I would just come home. I would come home on Wednesday and go back on Friday and then go run the tournament I was doing. Some years I would come back on Thanksgiving Day. My folks would have to pick me up at the train station. I could take a train. I could take a subway to a train to Connecticut. No big deal. No fuss, no muss. Nice little time. Did I miss hanging out all weekend? Yeah, but it was fine. Because I was going to see them for a Christmas break because I was always able to take a pretty good lengthy Christmas break. So I go and I do that. And then my parents moved here to the house that I'm currently in years before I would move here. And that was fine. For them, it was incredible for them. It was a great opportunity for them. I do not begrudge them at all for moving to a smaller place in a warmer environment and leaving Connecticut behind. I do not begrudge them in the slightest. I never have. I never will begrudge them. But a thing happened that hadn't happened in my entire childhood, all of my teenage years, and my entire adult life. I didn't have family to see at Thanksgiving. Like, family size got smaller. We started doing it for other people. Then eventually it was just the three of us and my great uncle. And then it was just the three of us. And no matter what, there was always some amount of Thanksgiving, large or small. We were still going to do Thanksgiving. And then suddenly I didn't have people to be with. And I wasn't going to fly from New York to South Carolina for a long weekend, especially considering that in a month I would come for a week and a half to see my folks at Christmas. So it just wasn't going to happen. So that first year, that was like, they left, I think, after my birthday in the summer. So it was like a couple months, but that was like oh shit, my parents are not a train ride away anymore. Like, that's actually the first time it really, really fucking hit me that they were not going to be easily accessible anymore. And it was a lot. So I basically just kind of put the word out hey, who's having Friendsgiving? Because I would like to do something, please. And it ended up that a friend of mine was like, I'm going to Poughkeepsie, that's upstate New York, take the train with me. And I was like, oh okay. And so I did. And I was worried that I was like, oh, I'm going to be Lauren's weird friend. Because I was, and still am, Lauren's weird friend. And I was like, oh, what's this family going to do? They're going to be weird. I'm going to be like the friend from New York, and they'll be like, oh, tell us. She won't tell us stuff that's happening. You tell us these things. And I'm going to have to talk about Lauren and all that. And I was like, this is, I don't know if I want to do this. And then I'm going to stay overnight and I don't know. But I agreed because I wanted to have, I wanted a transition, right? I didn't want to go from family for all of my life to that point to immediately transitioning to no family, just some friends. So I went, and it was lovely family, fantastic, excellent food. And also I don't want to say I was left alone, because I wasn't. I was not bothered in the slightest with any sort of digging for information, because a thing I was unaware of a thing that was going to be taking place that would make me far less interesting. Because one of Lauren's cousins brought home her first boyfriend to a family get-together, which was huge. Everyone was stoked. And that boyfriend was Australian, and this was his first Thanksgiving. So forget me, the guy who's his first time having Thanksgiving with this large family. No. Who cares about that? Let's talk about the guy that's never had Thanksgiving before. So he was the center of attention, and I just got to be Lauren's friend from New York, who does that comedy stuff, which was 100% my wheelhouse. The guy that's petting the cat in the corner, that got asked a question about something or other and knew a lot about it. He's that funny boy. Yeah. Guy that got asked a question and talked about it for a while. Oh, that guy knows stuff about Iron Man. I asked him something or other, and I don't remember any specifics except that I talked with a very old man about Iron Man for a while. That's all I remember, is that he asked me something about the Iron Man franchise, and I knew some amount about Iron Man that was satisfactory to him. And then after that, I started doing Friendsgivings, and I would start to bring food to those, and there was a nice mix of people. And then the last group that I was with for many, many years, I miss. And then since I've been down here, I have just done Thanksgiving either with just my parents, as we did today, or a couple times we have done it with close friends of my folks. Last year we did that. We actually went, but it was like 3 doors down. So I just went there and then left and came back here and did the stream, and it was fine. That we ate a little later over there. I don't dislike that. I know my parents first got down here, the first couple of years, they did the go out for Thanksgiving, where like another couple or 2 couples, and they just went to a restaurant. And my dad hated it because you don't get leftovers. And also, if you're early enough in the day, they would love for you to not take too long, because they have more people that they would like to sit, because they are a restaurant open and they would like to make a bunch of money. Especially in this area of South Carolina, where there are a couple months where nobody makes any fucking money in the restaurant and entertainment world. They just don't. There are just not people here to make that money. So Thanksgiving is a big day for them. Aristofan just subscribed at tier 2 for 75 months total, saying, "Hi, Pat. Happy Thanksgiving. Can't be here long since I'm out of town." Well, Aristofan, thank you so much for renewing. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site tier 2 blue emote in chat, and thank Aristofan for the continued support. You stay as long or as little as you'd like. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a good time. I hope your Thursday's been excellent. Folks may remember... and Aristofan gifts a bunch of subs wildly. Aristofan bought the Lego set that we just finished on Monday, the Competizione. Ghost Valve saying, "Wow, indeed." So let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site Bluetooth or whatever, all the Bluetooth. I said Bluetooth instead of blue emote. And welcome Bunny Fiend, Angry Ginger, Gelahardo, Little Tyant, and Andy Zitz. Welcome. Enjoy your gifted subs. We're now at 31 subscribers out of 40. There. 39 subscribers out of 40. The goal is to get to 40. 31, I should say. I got all kind of flustered by these lovely gift subs. But yeah, we got a hype train going. If you want to jump in on the hype train, gift a sub, become a subscriber for the first time, you could do that. We are 75% on our way to our goal, which is excellent. Aristofan saying, "You are on my thankful list, Pat." Well, thank you very much, Aristofan. I appreciate that very kindly. And thank you everybody for being here on this stream. My dad was wondering, he's like, "Are you doing a stream tonight?" And he was a little confused because it's a holiday. And I said, "Yes, I am going to do that." Now, I mentioned this before. The plan right now is that I will not be doing a stream on the 24th of December. Christmas Eve. I will not be doing a Christmas Eve stream, but I will do a stream that Wednesday, Christmas Day night. So Christmas Day evening, I will be doing a stream because I thought that would be more fun to do that. And we're going to do Diorama Builder, which I did on Tuesday, because there is a Christmas themed a diorama for that, and I thought that would be a nice Christmas Day evening. So that way, because a lot of people do Christmas Day during the day and you do Christmas Eve in the evening, myself included. So I would be like, I wouldn't be rushing, but I would be that Tuesday. I would have a bunch of stuff that I would suddenly need to do right before the stream starts, and so I don't really want to do that. That's the plan. Also in December. So I'll have one Wednesday stream instead of a Tuesday. The other change in December is the 12th. I will not be streaming. You may already go, oh yeah, Pat, okay. That's the Game Awards. Now, you might be sitting there saying to yourself or standing, you do you, Pat, I'm not fucking going to watch the Game Awards. I would hang out with you on stream. To which I say, one, thank you. And two, statistically, no, you won't. Statistically, you won't be here because last year, nobody came to my stream and I cut it off, I think, after an hour. It is not a consistent fear of your friend Pat, but it is an inconsistent fear that I'm going to do a stream and no one's going to come. But that did happen last year during the Game Awards. Now, am I going to watch the Game Awards? No. That Saturday, I'll talk about the winners and all that, and maybe some of the trailers or something. But I'm not going to watch the Game Awards because I don't fucking want to. But I'm going to take that night off because I didn't get a turnout that last year, and that I didn't enjoy that. That was not pleasant for me, so I'm not going to do that to myself. So instead, I will not stream that night, and I will just do something else. But every other stream will be normal, and then also the 31st, Tuesday the 31st of December, I will be doing a very special stream. It will be the last stream of the year. We will start by doing Pat Baer's Anime Club live because that is just how the month worked out. Aristophan says, good choice. Statistically, I'll be watching the Game Awards. Yes. I mean, that's just that's just what it is. It's just so many people watch the Game Awards that even like folks that are here for lots of streams, even if you're not going to watch that, it's just I'm not going to get recommended to people that are looking at my category. Like, statistically, they're watching the Game Awards. They want to see the trailers for the new games. But yeah, the 31st is Pat Baer's Anime Club live. It just worked out that way. So so however long that takes, because usually that takes like 2 hours and change. And then, okay. Hold on one second. Allow that. Okay. I got choo choo. Our hype train is over. Thank you, Aristovan, for those gifted subs. This is very nice. And then people can get some things for the train. Yeah, so I'll do Pat Baer's Anime Club live, which will take however long it takes. It won't take 3 hours because it's never taken that long. And then we'll do something between that and New Year's. And I think it might be, I don't know. It might be something Jackbox related. It might be Power Wash Simulator. I'll do something. I thought I might do Jackbox, like the Survey Scramble, because those games aren't super long, but I'm like, I don't know. Because I don't want to have to quit a game because it's time to do the countdown. So I think I might do something that's like I said, Power Wash Simulator or WW2K24 or something like that. Just something fun for the rest of the evening. And then we'll all ring in the new year together, and we'll start 2025. And then we'll raid somebody, either on in the middle of the country or on the West Coast, and keep the party going. That has been my last several years of streaming, have been that, and I think that's been fun. To do that on the ring in the new year that way. So yeah, that's the plan for next month. I know what I'm doing. At least some of the Tuesday nights next month, and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, which is fun. I know. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what Patreon story. I don't know what my $3, $5, and $10 patrons will choose for me to do. I do know that the second Tuesday of that month is Patreon's choice, but I don't know what they're going to choose. Should I? Yeah, you know what? Hey, I'm going to tell you right now. I have been waiting to make this declaration. I will do this declaration now. Congratulations on being the ground floor and getting to hear this before other people get to hear this. You're now in the know. You now know. I have decided what my 2025 Weekly Wednesday project is going to be. For those unaware, every year I pick a new project and I do 52 of that project. Every Wednesday. This year has been Kuma Baer, my weekly anime recommendation series. Now, there were, and there are, two things that I never said until they came up. One of which I've said, and one of which I haven't said yet. The first one was, if I hate doing it, I'll stop and do something else. And that's only happened once. The reaction videos, I did not enjoy. The watch along stuff, it was tough. I had to do those videos way in advance because sometimes they would not just get demonetized, which is fine because I was, using other people's content and sure, it should be transformative, but it's not. But fine, whatever. I don't care. Sure. The real problem was that sometimes those videos would just get couldn't be shown on mobile or couldn't be shown at all or wouldn't be recommended to anybody. Or somebody would contact me and would be like, this was really mean. And I wasn't mean in it. I just didn't like doing it. So I gave up on it. And then the rest of the year, I just did one of the ideas I always had in my back pocket, which was just clips. And I just started uploading clips of the streaming clips. And I did some backdated ones and then I would just do new ones. And that was fine. I totally thought that was an okay way to go about it. Wasn't my favorite thing, but it wasn't I didn't hate doing that. So that was the first condition. And the second condition is finally, after doing this since 2019, I want to say, was backgrounded characters. The second condition has finally reared its head, which is if at the end of a year's project, if I wanted to keep doing it, I would just do that project again. And it's fucking happening. Because guess what, everybody? I really like doing Kuma Baer. Kuma Baer is so much fun for me. It's talking about shit I care about, recommending things, which I love doing. It's within the confines of making it under a minute so that it counts as a short for YouTube. So I have to be concise, and I have to do a different take or a shorter thing or cut something out and be I can't ramble, I can't yap, as the kids say. And I was like, oh, I love doing this, so I'm gonna keep fucking doing it. Will I do it forever? I don't know. Will I do it for in 2027? Will I do, or 2026? I guess. Will I do a different project? Maybe. I'll come to that decision later. I haven't recorded all 4 of my December videos, but I did 2. So I have done 50 out of 52 for this year. And I think, and I'm like, yeah, I want to keep doing this. Also, it is, and this is not the important thing, right? These projects were creative fulfillment, something that I enjoy doing. Sometimes it was stretching my mind, like the Wikipedia things, not only finding interesting articles, but like doing a brain test of like, can I remember anything that I just read? Like, how much of this can I remember? Or it was like last year where I did 48 written and performed pieces of comedy. And then I did 4 like lists of stuff that I was not going to do. Any, like that I had ideas that I had that I just never got around to doing in a quarter and then got rid of, whatever, the clean slates. No matter what, it's been different things. Background and characters was just an excuse of me trying to get better at green screen, which I never fucking did, but also getting to do some character stuff and doing some improv. All of those different projects, good or bad, were trying to stretch things. And last year's project, the 2023 project, I really enjoyed because I played around with the medium. I did background stuff, green screen stuff. I did stuff, I did video in black and white. I did videos that were shorts. I messed around. I did like Instagram style videos based on stuff I had seen, like that kind of thing. That was fun for me. But it honestly really turns out that Kuma Baer is a thing that like really got me going, and I was excited about doing them. And then also, I'll say this, friends, it's the most successful thing I've ever done outside of Twitch on the internet. Financially. Yes. Part of it is that YouTube incentivizes shorts because they want more people to do shorts. So the money for shorts is good right now, and it won't always be good. Eventually, they will stop paying out as much as they are, and it will just be going back to a thing that's pretty fun. But legitimately, honestly, the AdSense money that's coming in is not Pat Baer's Anime Club. The money that's coming in is not is all that. All my big views are all that. We'll probably do in January like a year-end look. All of my views, my subscriptions have been going down year to year. Because the non-paid subs, right? Non-paid subs on YouTube have gone down year to year. But my subscriptions have gone up because people like Kuma Baer, and so they're subscribing. The last month I went up 11 subscribers, which isn't a lot, but it's better than going down some. And I made like the last month I made like $5, which is not a lot, but it's better than like $1 and change, which is what I was getting before that often. But yeah, if I look at analytics for 2024, and I look at like, okay, what made me money? Yeah, what like this month alone, I have made almost $5. My weakest month, I made $3. That's still very good. Now, is most of the revenue that I actually make in a year actually, honestly, from 2 videos that are about WWE 2K24 and 23? Yes. But that's mainly because WWE 2K24 went on sale this month. So a bunch of people got the game and are now looking it up. And then also, at the beginning of this year, WWE 2K23 went on sale when 24 was about to come out. And a bunch of people bought WWE 2K23. Like 20th on my view count, or 25 on my view count this year, is WWE 2K22. Like, it just, people look up stuff because they get the game cheap. And those videos do make me a little bit of money because people watch them and they see an ad before they watch it because they want to know how to set up CPU versus CPU matches. But Yeah, it is not the only reason. It is not a necessarily the big reason why I am going to continue doing this, but it is a reason that I am interested in continuing doing Kuma Baer, is that it has been successful for me in growing my viewers. Welcome. We got a raid from Taylor Swift Enjoyer with a party of 12. Hello, raiders. We'll do that. We'll go over here. Hello, I'm Pat Baer. I build model kits and Lego sets primarily here on stream. I hope you're all having a great night. Enjoy. I'm working on a model kit. I've been talking about some year-end stuff. We talked about some Thanksgiving. I hope this is the raid message you give everybody. I mean, it's obviously the one that everybody knows to give in your raid group, but yeah, I hope you have a good time. Hit the follow button if you want to see more. Build model kits. We talk about a bunch of things and things, and we're gonna continue as we work on the Immortal Justice Gundam and continue to build there. Yes, we're bringers of chlamydia. Okay, all right. Well, there you go. It is your standard raid message. Well, good. Welcome, raiders, and of course, piece flew away, but luckily did not fly off the table into the no man's land, which is under the table. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well tonight. And if you celebrated Thanksgiving, I hope it was a lovely one. If it's just a Thursday for you, or as I said at the top of the stream, if you're a part of the world where it's already Friday, hello, enjoy a somewhat quiet weekend. If you do not work retail, and if you do work retail, then you have my love and support and my condolences, because goddamn, it's rough. That's a rough one out there. Now I know that Black Friday started on Monday of this week for a lot of places. Or as somebody said, it's been Black Friday since November 1st. But as far as retail goes, this weekend is important for making that money, and so I respect it. It's just a regular Thursday. If it's just a regular Thursday, hell yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy your regular Thursday. That sounds great. But yeah, this weekend for lots of people, it is a rough weekend because there's just so much going on out there. So many people, so many bodies, so many people fighting for deals and all of that. I was joking that it's the best possible time for one of my monitors to die, which did happen. One of my monitors is no longer with us because it does mean that there are some deals out there, and I might be able to finagle a deal for a new third monitor. Currently using an old HD television as my third monitor, which is not great for this purpose of being a monitor. I'm getting by. Yeah. Oh, you're down. Yeah. It's just, I'm so bummed. This monitor that went was definitely not a great monitor, and it was free to me, which is the best possible price, obviously. So it served its purpose as being a monitor I didn't pay for when I got it, and it did what I needed to do, which in that case was be the monitor for that monitor had OBS when I streamed, so that way OBS was full screen on its own monitor, which was great. And it's also where I have Slack and Discord, depending on what I'm doing, where I'm working, and all of that. One or both of those up. That way they weren't on any of my primary monitors, which is generally video stuff or editing stuff. And then the other monitor is tabs for like my email and whatever Zendesk stuff I've got open. The dashboard here for Twitch I've got on this. And then when I'm streaming, the monitor that usually has video stuff has anything I want to look at during the stream, like my notes for anime reviews, which we'll do in the second hour. We'll talk about the anime I've been watching, or any news stories that I want to talk about, anything like that, and my general notes all live on that monitor. And then during the day, it is the monitor that has video content and various other things that I need. So this third monitor is not super important, except that it's got OBS on it. And right now, my OBS looks weird because the dimensions aren't what I would like them to be. You're saving up for a Samsung Odyssey. Nice. Yeah, I don't need it to be anything particularly great. I need it to be like 23 or 24 inches monitor for the layout of the room. It cannot be huge. And it is the third monitor, so the idea is that like I'll get a 23 or 24 inch monitor, and one of my other ones will move over there and become the new third monitor. Because I bought those at the same time, and they're the same exact monitor. And then the new one will be like probably the gaming and video monitor. Because why the new one I'm getting, I would it's probably going to look the best. So I would use that for gaming, of course, and all of that. But it doesn't have to be incredible. And then also, the two monitors I have here, one of which would move over and be my third monitor, I could do vertical if I want to get wild with it. If I want a vertical monitor on my side area here, get real weird with it. That might be fun. I don't know. Will I do that? Probably not. But I might experiment with it. Because that could be cool. Lordcraft says, calm down, Pat. Yeah, I know, right? I'm getting wild here. We're thinking about having a vertical monitor for like Discord and Slack. And you know what? Honestly, the vertical monitor would not be great for OBS. The way I could do my preview. I could do my preview on like the bottom and then or the top, and then the bottom would have all of the controls and scenes and sources and stuff in the mixer. So I guess I could do a vertical for that, but it probably wouldn't be great to do OBS on there. But it would be great for all of the chat client stuff that I got going on. I don't know. I do have to get that monitor and figure stuff out. And see where my money's looking like. We'll see what happens. Did want to say, normal stream on Saturday. There is wrestling on Saturday. The Survivor Series from WWE, and we will. I'll talk through Survivor Series. It'll be wrapping up during the stream. I will be watching it beforehand and then leaving to come do this stream because I took the last Saturday off to watch AEW Full Gear, so I don't want to take another Saturday off to watch wrestling. And also, Survivor Series, the idea that they do War Games instead of Survivor Series was cool, but now I kind of miss the Survivor Series style of matches, and I don't want to say it's diminishing returns in War Games, but I'm not as enthused about the War Games show. There's some matches on the card that seem cool. All of them are title matches except for the War Games, which is fun. LA Knight defending his United States Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. LA Knight will win. Maybe they might do something wild with it where they have LA Knight win by like disqualification or something, and to continue the feud. But I don't expect Shinsuke, even though Shinsuke Nakamura obviously fucking rules, but I don't expect him to win that belt. Braun Breaker defending his title against Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser. I imagine Braun Breaker will retain because he just won that belt back, so it's not as exciting, but it will still be cool. And I'm excited for Ludwig Kaiser to kind of like have more opportunities to show people that he's a really fucking good wrestler, because he's a really fucking good wrestler. Gunther is defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest. I do not expect this to be Damian Priest winning. I could see there be shenanigans on this, but I like Damian a lot. So I think that match will be totally cool. And then the Women's War Games, is Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, Naomi, Io Sky, and Bayley filling in for a injured Jade Cargill, who is both storyline injured and in reality injured. And they're taking on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. If they don't have Tiffany cash in the briefcase, I'm going to be annoyed, because every time there's a big match like this, I'm like, come on. There are two champs on two different brands here, Tiff. Figure it out. Make it happen. Get that belt for yourself. Cash in your briefcase. Make it happen, Tiff. I believe in you. We don't know who in kayfabe and storyline. We don't know who injured Jade. You know, some people think, oh, maybe it's Bayley, so she could be on the team. Maybe it's Bianca, because to set up the feud for reasons. Maybe it was Io Sky, who's not actually a babyface, because she's still in a heel stable, seemingly. So maybe it isn't. Maybe it was Io Sky, because the heel team would say who it was. Maybe it was Naomi, because Naomi didn't like that they were so mean to Bayley, and so she took out Jade so that Jade couldn't be there, so that Bayley had to step in. It could be anybody. And then on the men's side, we got OG Bloodline and friend versus New Bloodline and associate. The New Bloodline is Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is not part of the Bloodline, but he is Samoan. He is just not a member of the Anawai family. But also, Tama and Tonga aren't Samoan either. They're just blood. They're not by blood. They're by respect. They're Haku's sons. And Haku is like an uncle to... a non-related uncle to The Rock, so therefore their family. And then the old Bloodline and friends are Roman Reigns, the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, who is reunited with them, and their fifth member, who is not affiliated with the Bloodline and probably shouldn't be here, but is CM Punk. CM Punk is the fifth member because the New Bloodline attacked Paul Heyman, and he is a Paul Heyman guy. And then apparently we did learn at some point that when CM Punk came back to WWE, the Bloodline didn't mess with him as a favor to Paul. So they did him a favor in the past, and now Paul is cashing in that favor. This is way more interesting than Seth Rollins doing it, because he didn't want to, but he's feuding with Bronson Reed. So that was the obvious addition. And then also Cody Rhodes could have been asked to be part of it, and he might have said yes, but he's got his own feud. We are not seeing Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens, a blood feud that has begun. We might see the two of them around the show, but not in the show. It is believed that will be a Saturday night show. They're doing Saturday night's main event that will be on Peacock and NBC official. Next month is a Saturday show, and it is believed that is going to be the main event. It'll be Cody versus Kevin. But also, I imagine Kevin's going to show up because this show that I'm talking about here is in Canada, and he is Canadian. Now, is he from Vancouver? No. I understand that the country of Canada is way, it's like, that's a weird thing to say. But also, Kevin Owens will probably show up because he does do a lot of stuff in Canada quite often. So, he might show up. But yeah, that's not a that's the card. I will talk about it on Saturday, where all but the last War Games match will happen by the time the stream starts, is my assumption. Do want to just quickly point out here that we are done with the top half of our kit, and the bottom half starts with doing the waist, which is my fucking favorite. I love that. It's so weird when we go from when these kind of kits go from doing the like the arms and finishing the top of the kit, and then it's like, okay, and now let's start doing the feet. It's like, what why? And we've only done no stickers on the chest, no stickers on the arms. We only have done stickers on the head, which is awesome. And again, because this is a modern kit in the style of the Witcher Mercury, even though Destiny is old, the Seed Destiny, or sorry, it's Seed, and then Seed Destiny was the sequel series. Seed Forever is the movie. This is from Seed Forever, but these kits, much like the Witcher Mercury kits, do not have any polycaps, which is awesome. We love that. We love that around here. It's cool as hell. It just means that it's just like so nice that they figured it out. They've come this far in model kit production. They don't need those polycaps. Occasionally some pieces do look like they are polycaps, or very close to being polycaps, but still they take the place of it. But yeah, that's just neat. We will take a pause for the cause in a moment or two. I'll talk about ways that you can support the channel, which of course are all optional ways to do that, but that is just my little bit of a little break from the action. Steam is a little bit better because now devs now partner up to offer bundles of their games with silly names. Yes, Lord Crashington, I did see some of that out there, and that is fun. Yeah, there are a few bundles out there. I haven't picked up anything new. Diorama Builder, I think, is the last game that I've purchased. Something on my wish list was on sale, but it wasn't like, it was like 10%, and it wasn't enough. Whatever it was, I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't something to move the needle. But I do keep track. I do get my wish list updates on the app on my phone, and then I go, oh, well, what's on sale? There's a few things that I'm still like, okay, let's see. We'll see if you drop in price enough that I want to actually pay that money for it. I gotta be frugal right now. I'm fucking buying a monitor, so that was not money that I was expecting to spend. I got dental stuff on Monday, which I also was not expecting, but I gotta get that. Hey, I gotta get that done. PSA, if you are someone that goes to dental colleges, they end earlier than you would expect in the December months. So if that's how you get dental work done, because a lot of people do that, just be aware that they might take off most of the month of December. They might do that if that is how you get your dental work done. Okay, pause for the cause. If you are new here, hi, welcome. This is my opportunity to talk to you about ways that you can support the channel. Everything I'm going to bring up here is optional. You're under no obligation to do any of these things. If you would like to, you're more than welcome to come hang out and help me out financially. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. It's okay. These are optional things. I'm not expecting anything, but if you want to, get on board. Because it'll be nice. First and foremost, if you are currently a subscriber to the Build with Baer Workshop, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here through Cash Money or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime linked with your Twitch, you get that token. You can use that token on anybody, and if you want to use it on me, that would be great. Or you can do Cash Money. Reminder, don't subscribe to people through the Twitch app, because then you got to pay a tax on it, and it's more than the $6, and you don't want to do it. But If you want to subscribe, that would be great. You could be like Aristofan and gift a sub. Aristofan gifted 5 subs tonight, which was wild. Real fun Thanksgiving drop of subs. You can get the sub. We're currently at 31 subscribers. The goal is to get to 40. I shut up about it at 40. So if you want to subscribe, that would be great. But again, that's optional. And you don't got to worry about that. Oh, I got my mic arm was slightly in shot. I don't mind this being in shot, but I don't want this part over here in shot. Sorry, I just noticed that, and it bothered me. It's still there. There. No, I can't do that. Because that, yeah, whatever. I shouldn't get distracted. My apologies, everybody. Shouldn't get distracted. The background remover should remove it, honestly. That's what really should be happening here. Now, subscribing on Twitch, easiest way to do it, gifting a sub, bits and coins always appreciated. That stuff, you can just do that. That's easy. Now, the thing is that there are ways to support me that don't involve Twitch, if you're so interested. If you're feeling a little nasty. You can jump over to my Patreon at patreon.com/PatBaer. Over there's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for different tiers. Consider joining me on Patreon. Tomorrow I will be doing a call for questions that I will record this weekend. I do a Q&A video on Patreon every month that is open to all patrons at all levels. So maybe this is a great time to jump in there if you want to. Yeah, you can get in on the Patreon. I have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/PatBaer. Subscribing is free. We talked about my YouTube channel earlier in the stream. There's a membership over there, and for just $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. So you'd be able to see, and now I can say that. I don't want to say you get my Wednesday video on Tuesday. You'll get my Kuma Baer video that I uploaded, that I released to everybody on Tuesday, or Wednesday. You'll get to see that on Tuesday, which is neat. And now I have to relearn how to say that where I don't stumble over it, which is on me. Those are all monthly ways to support me. If you just want to do like a tip jar, I got a Ko-Fi, I got a PayPal, you do that. Everything I make through direct donations like that, through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me out, through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund, and out of that fund, I pull money out to buy model kits. I did that with this. This went on sale on Amazon, and I picked it right up because it looks rad, and I've really liked these seed kits. These Seed Forever kits have been excellent, so I was like, I'm going to get another one of them. So yeah, that's, I was able to do that. Now, the thing I built before this, the Lego set that I completed on Monday, that was bought by Aristofan, who was in chat earlier, couldn't stay. Aristofan bought me something from my Amazon wish list. It jumped the queue. It became the next thing that I built. And also, I made a dedicated video for my YouTube channel called a mailbag video about the thing that was purchased. You could do that as well by going to my Amazon wish list. Now, unfortunately, the Amazon wish lists right now are like, there's a glitch going on there where I can't, I used to be able to sort them and put them in a list where it'd be cheapest thing to most expensive. Right now it is whatever I added just goes to the top of the list, and I can't rearrange the list at all. I used to be able to have my gear at the bottom of the list so that because some people don't want to see that, oh, you can buy me a stand for my model kits or something like that. But anyway, take a look at that list, see if there's something there you'd like to see me build on stream. I got Lego sets, I got model kits. There's some Black Friday deals on there, including this knockoff Lego thing, micro brick. So actually it's a knockoff nano build that is an arcade cabinet, and clearly the arcade cabinet inside there is definitely a knockoff of a Street Fighter game played, and it's all sorts of knockoff. It's knockoff of so many different things. That's on sale right now. I would love to see, because we've done lots of not Lego brick kits. We've never done a not nano brick kit. So I would like to see what that ends up being. That's on my wish list. I got a bunch of things there. You'd like to see something. Give me an early Christmas present if you'd like to. I have a throne wish list. This is my alternative to Amazon, because it's nice to have alternatives. And of course, the most convoluted way to support me financially, if you would like to. You could go to USA Gundam Store. At USA Gundam Store, there is gift cards available, and you can buy a digital gift card. They will send you an email with the gift card code. You can use that gift card code you can copy it and then send it to me in a whisper here on Twitch, a DM on Twitter, or again on Blue Sky or Mastodon with that gift card code, and then I will use that gift card code to buy something from USA Gundam Store, which has had a lot of sales. I bought something from them this week, and it has not shipped yet, and I am not surprised it hasn't shipped yet. I would love it to ship, because it's a cool looking Iron Blooded Orphans kit that I've never built, and I thought I built every Iron Blooded Orphans kit, but I guess I missed one, because I looked at it and I went, I don't think I built that. And then I looked through all of my uploads of my build streams and searched for that term, and it didn't show up, and I was like, oh, I haven't built this. It's been a while since there's been a kit that I haven't built, like, on my list, an Iron Blooded Orphans kit. I was like, oh, neat. So anyway, if you want to support me and not spend any money, I've got a Discord. You're welcome to join my Discord. I post build photos at the end of every stream. People post stuff they're working on. The Discord is lovely, and we would love for you to come hang out there. What else? What else can I say? Discord. A couple of video links for you to check out. This week I put up a new episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club. This episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club is me talking about good anime filler, because it exists. It's real. I'm not making it up. There's good anime filler out there. Actually, that link is bad, so hold on. I gotta find the right link. I updated the wrong thing here, so sorry. But yeah, there's good anime filler out there. Yes, I talked about that one episode of that one anime you're thinking about. Statistically, maybe not, but I might have talked about that one episode of that one anime that you like. All right, I gotta copy this link. But I talked about arcs and also one-offs, and I think it turned out pretty great. So watch that video if you haven't. And then also this week's Kuma Baer anime recommendation. I talked all this month of November. I've been talking about anime that I missed out on, that I slept on, which is ironic because I'm talking about, in this video, the anime Insomniacs After School, which is a lovely romantic comedy series set in high school from last year that I didn't watch when it first aired. I messed up. There was a lot of romantic comedies around, I think, the season before that, and so I just didn't end up watching it, but it turns out it's fucking lovely. And there's a dub currently airing right now on High Dive that's currently coming out. So if you want to check that series out, you can watch the dub if that's how you enjoy. If you're a dubs person, or sometimes a dubs person, you can check that out. It's a lovely series, and you can watch me talk about it for about a minute. Now is the part of the stream where I'm going to drink some water. We're going to transition back to the overhead camera. We're going to continue working on our model kit. And I'm going to talk to you about a couple episodes of anime that I've been watching in my ongoing anime recaps. And we'll do that with some dramatic music. All right. Okay. It's time to talk about some anime. Going to start with episode 7 of episode 7 of Dragon Ball Daima, which was last weekend's episode because I didn't stream last Saturday. So I'm talking about today. Yes, on this coming Saturday, I will talk about the next episode, or the latest episode. But we'll talk about this one here. This episode had some fun action in it, but it was primarily continuing to just set up more information, a little more world building. At the end of the previous episode, the spaceship that Bulma and the crew were working on crashed, like immediately shut down, which has happened too often. Every ship that these people pilot, no matter who it is, has some kind of problem. It is a bad device that I don't enjoy. And I'm not talking about the ships. I'm talking about the storytelling device of, or the plot device. That somehow all of these vehicles are bad. Anyway, so she's like mad because she worked on this vehicle to get it repaired, and it doesn't matter because this dude named Hybis shows up. Hybis is one of the people from the demon realm that is on their side. He came to pick them up. We saw him earlier. And Hybis is just like, hey, I'll take you to the demon realm. So we didn't have to do that. King Caden, that is the king, also the father of Pansy, who is part of the party now. Caden is setting up for reinforcements to arrive, which is great. And they're like, hey, go to the third demon world because Goku and crew are going to try to get the demon realm Dragon Balls. Now, you know from years and years of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super and all that on Earth, the Dragon Balls are scattered throughout the world after the spell is used, and you have to go and get them. In the Demon Realm, each of the Demon Realm Dragon Balls are protected by a golem or a totem or something that they're calling Tamagotchi. No, sorry, not Tamagotchi. Tamagami. I wrote it down. I did write it down Tamagotchi at one point, but not on this recap. So Tamagami are protecting them, and Goku wants to go fight a Tamagami, and that hasn't happened yet because their ship crashed. Again, all these ships crash. So Pansy, who is a demon girl, and Glorio, who is a demon that I don't trust myself, and they did get a plane that is working, but the Demon Realm military are around, and we had some issues with them previously. So the Demon Realm military are out and about, which is not good. So they tell Goku to hide, and they let the soldiers board the ship and investigate. And Goku, this is where apparently at no point did they tell Pansy, oh, by the way, Goku knows instant teleportation, so you don't have to worry, because he gets off the ship and is hiding, and nobody's gonna ever fucking find Goku, because these people can't, sense energy like that. So Goku is totally fine, but they don't tell Pansy that, so that's a little comedy there. Also, one of the soldiers is like, hey, wait, I know you. You're that demon that was wearing a mask and threw a smoke bomb at us, which is true. So they want to capture Pansy, and of course that means that our heroes have to go fight them, which is a fun little fight scene. It's not that long. Not going to take much for them to beat them. They do. They beat them. It's totally good. And then they're like, oh, let's steal. They knock out the other ones. They break a communication device, which they should have done earlier. And they're like, actually, let's steal one of their planes because it's better than the plane we have. So now it's a new vehicle, and I bet it fucking breaks down at some point. Anyway, they get a new vehicle, and Pansy's like, I don't think I should go with you. I think they're tracking me because of the collar that I'm wearing, because every demon who is born in the demon realm since one of the last demon kings, if you're a Majin, you have to wear a collar, and and the collars grow as you age, and if you take the collar off, you die. But they'll be able to track her, so she shouldn't go with them. And Shin's just like, I'm not wearing a collar. That's fine. I have magic and I can just remove it, and he does. And it's like, one, great job, Shin. Way to help out. That's awesome. And two, hey, Pansy, why didn't you say anything about the magic collar to these people that didn't know earlier? The reason why the soldiers stopped you is because of the collar. Why didn't you say something before this? But whatever. It gets resolved very quickly. but apparently those collars got sent out during Dabura's rule, which was the last demon lord that Goku defeated. You may remember Dabura from the Majin Buu saga. Let's see. They all leave, and there's a bunch of stuff about pin numbers that is just time wasters. There's a lot of time wasters in this one. They find out that the gang has arrived, and the gang that was coming in from Earth have arrived. And then Goku makes the decision, they'll catch up. We'll go on ahead, and they'll catch up with us, which is like, come on, Goku. They shouldn't listen to Goku on this. This is not a good part of the plan. They shouldn't listen to Goku. They're listening to Goku. They arrive where the Tamagami is, the third Tamagami, but the first one they'll interact with. And they're like, hey, that thing is going to be tough. And Goku's just like, yeah, I can't wait to fight it. Because guess what? It's Goku. Goku likes fighting to the detriment of the people around him often. But he loves fighting. But he's like, actually, I would like a good night's sleep, and I'd like to eat first. So they go and eat. And it ends with Goku. The episode ends with Goku getting ready to go fight this dude. Also, the restaurant owner gives him some information about it, and we'll learn more about that next episode. This episode of Dragon Ball Daima, again, we'll talk about it next episode on Saturday. This episode of Dragon Ball Daima was fine. I wonder if there are any shenanigans with the former Demon King Piccolo showing up. So, is that canon? Is that like... Well, okay, so there are Namekians in the demon realm, and King Piccolo was king, but this Piccolo isn't the same as King Piccolo, even though he fucking definitely is. But, because also Kami is in there. So maybe this, like, complete version of Piccolo, who also is technically Piccolo's offspring clone, something will show up with Kid Piccolo being there, but I actually kind of doubt it. I don't know. I think we're looking at Glorio being a double agent and being double-crossed, and somebody who is helping them actually wants to be the next demon lord instead of the guy who is, and that kind of shenanigans taking place. I think we're going to get that kind of shenanigans, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to react to another. It is interesting because, like, there are Namekians that have been there, but that's Ma Jr. Yeah. There are Namekians, like, there are Dragon Balls there, so they're not going to be totally weird about it. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. They got to save Dende, I'll tell you that. They got to save Dende. Saving the Demon Realm, sure, but they got to send their buddy, Dende, who got kidnapped very easily. It's chaos to keep you guessing. I guess so. I don't know. I don't know if it's chaos or if it's not particularly great storytelling. Oh, did I say that? I did. We're going to move on to working on the legs here. That's right. We're doing legs and feet, and we can do most of these at the same time. Almost all of this can be done. Actually, yeah. Everything about this can be done here. Oh, yeah. We can do all of this, and then we just twist one around. That's awesome. These are symmetrical. So we can just build them all at the same time, which is great. And while I start working on that, I will tell you about episode 9 of I'll Become a Villainess Who Goes Down in History. If you're not watching the show, I really like it. It's trash, but it's like really fun trash. It is an isekai. Is the isekai that I'm covering this season. It's not the only isekai I'm watching, but it's the one I'm covering for the streams here. And I'm really enjoying it. It is a good, silly time. And I'm having fun chatting about it. Our last episode 8 was a fucking wild one. Our girl Alicia has an eye patch now because she used an impossible to do magic spell to transplant one of her own eyes into a blind man, and which was wild. And now she wears an eye patch. And the episode ended with Prince Duke. That's right, the prince in this show. His name is Duke. I hate it. But Duke was like fucking pissed off in all tutorial about it, of like, why didn't you tell me, and yada yada yada. And she's just like, back the fuck off. I don't owe you anything. But she does feel bad about that. A reminder of this series that you have to keep in mind is that our girl wants to be a villainess, but her idea of what a villainess is kind of questionable. I think she just liked strong, bossy women that do what they want, but have a strong sense of justice. She's basically just like, I'm a hero. She's basically an anti-hero, I guess. That her idea, I would say it's more about being an anti-hero than it is about being an actual villainess. But it's fun because not everybody, a lot of people are charmed by her. She's younger than Liz or Elizabeth, the saintess, who seems creepy. And Duke, but she's so smart that she's gone up some grades. She's now joining the academy, and she's now in the same class as Duke and Liz. Liz being the annoying lead. Liz is still trying to make them friends, and there's been a thing where sometimes people talk about how it seems like this girl has some sort of power over people, that she's like subconsciously drawing people towards her. And we get a little more sense of that because Alicia's just like, yeah, that's not going to happen. And people hate that she's rejecting Liz. She's acting like the villainess. There is a weird scene where Alicia's just like, hey, I like you, to the Duke. Stop with all this spy shit. Stop with like monitoring me. Just be like aggressive. If you like me, be aggressive, which sucks. I hate it because he sucks. He's been a creep a lot, but he is the love interest, and I don't have to like that he's the love interest, but I do have to recognize that behavior is going to continue. Liz kind of flirts. Liz is fucking pissed off that Alicia is just flirting with the Duke openly in front of everybody. And she kind of subconsciously starts sending out like negative feelings, and that's probably how she's been drawing people to her side, is she's just doing it subconsciously, and it affects the people around her. And we'll see how that plays out. Liz, I don't know if she's doing this just because she does have a crush on Duke, or if she's doing this because that sets her up as a rival, and that in her mind as a villainess is what she's looking for. But either way, it's effective. But yeah, it looks like that's the reason why she got kidnapped previously. That's the reason why there's this girl, what's her name? I forget her name. I have it in my notes here. Oh yeah, it's why Jane, who is one of the followers of Liz, is so openly aggressive about it, is because they are being influenced without realizing it by Liz and her abilities. So their sense of like, I love Liz, and I hate this girl that doesn't like Liz, and she's obviously a problem. But then, of course, Alicia wants that. There is a girl named Marika who is like, approaches her kind of out of nowhere, and Liz is like not rude, but she's not like overly friendly about it. But she's not like hostile. But Marika secretly recorded the interaction and then edited it to make it seem like Liz is way worse than she was, which is like, What's happening? Why is this suddenly part of the story? Apparently Jane put this up to wreck Alicia's reputation, which is already bad, but also that's not something Alicia cares about. Most people immediately are against, and they totally side against Alicia, but there's like one girl named Carol who tries to stand up because she's just like, that's not what happened. She tries to stand up for Alicia, which means that not everyone is under Liz's control. But it doesn't really do much because she's not strong-willed and she's not good at convincing people. But then another girl shows up that has pink hair and a lot of personality. Her name is Mel. And Mel's just like, here's the actual recording, thus clearing her name. And apparently Mel is very good at magic. Is well regarded in magic, and a spy who has been working for the Duke this whole time, keeping track and keeping tabs on Alicia, which is creepy fucking behavior, Prince Duke. It sucks. Fuck that guy. But Mel is pretty fun, and a little too into Alicia, so we're getting a little queerness in our story. Not that I think anything is going to happen with that, but it's interesting. So yeah, Mel is a spy. And then that leads to Alicia being like somewhat inspired by the behavior, like impressed that the Duke has used a spy, but also just being like, all right, well, sure, you're a spy, okay, great. But now our girl could be out in the open and she could just have a bunch of crushes. Also Mel calls Alicia Allie. That is her fun nickname. Mel, I don't think Mel's gonna get annoying. I think Mel is immediately I'm just like, okay, this is a fun addition to the crew. And that's most of the episode. Chris Weed Piano. Hey, Chris. Just subscribe tier 1. That's 28 months. Thank you so much, Chris. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Thank you very much, Chris, for your continued support. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here and supporting the channel. A little bit left of this episode, and then we will talk about some other stuff. So you may remember that our girl Alicia is looking after a place full of refugees and where a lot of people who are criminals ended up. That's where the guy Will that we talked about earlier, that she literally gave one of her eyes to. That's where he is. And kind of out of nowhere, Will, who is leading a militia within this group, but a positive one, of course, is just like, hey, I need to tell you who I am. I think it's time you learn. I am the brother of the king, which means that our creepy prince, that's his uncle. And we don't know why he's revealing this information. And we don't know why he's here in this banished area, this banished land of Rona. We don't know why he's there. We don't know. We don't know anything. We're going to find out next episode, I guess. This show has 13 episodes. That'll be episode 10. So we're leading. I don't know what's going to get solved on this. I have not read a lick of this manga. I do not know where the story goes. I imagine we'll learn a little bit more about Liz. I have half expected Liz to actually be another reincarnation, because that has been kind of trendy in the past few years. I don't know what's going on with that. But we'll learn more about Old Man Will and why he's fucking telling us this now and never before. We'll learn a little bit more about him, what's going on there, and his possibly tragic backstory. That also means that his grandson would be like a second cousin or so. There's something weird. I don't know. His grandson's there, but maybe his grandson isn't his grandson by blood. Maybe that's just a kid that he's looked after. I don't know. But there's some intriguing stuff to be discovered in the future on the next episode, which we'll talk about next Thursday. Because I am streaming next Thursday. It's 2 Thursdays from tonight that I will not be streaming, because I will not stream during the Game Awards, or against the Game Awards on December 9th. I will not be doing a stream that night. But the 2nd, I will. Now is the part of the stream. Some people would say this is the best part of the stream. I don't know if that's true, but it is a good part of the stream that I enjoy. This is the part of the stream where we're going to talk about what y'all been up to, what you've been into, what you got going. We could talk about your Thanksgiving if you want to share what you did for Thanksgiving, or just on a Thursday, what your Thursday was like. If you've been playing anything, you've been watching anything, listening to anything, reading anything, we talk about all that stuff. I always like to hear what's going on with you. Sometimes I find out about games I've never heard of, or demos that seem cool, or stuff like that. So it's fun for me, but also it's just fun to chat with all of you about stuff as we continue to work on the legs here. What else can I say about me? First, while I give you time to write into chat, I will tell you that on Tuesday during the stream, I played Diorama Builder, which I wish had a better tutorial. I very much wish it had a better tutorial. I think that game is really fun, but I think it could be even better if it was a little more hand-holdy. But I liked it, and I played more of it yesterday. Excuse me. I ended up playing more of it yesterday and really had a good time with it. And I'll be checking that out again at Christmas, because there's a Christmas level, so we'll do that, because I think that would be fun to do. But yeah, I had a good time with that. And then Hearthstone, I've been playing that. I do have a couple new decks that I've been really enjoying. That is always a good time. So I've got some decks that I have. Okay, then 24. This is the wrong piece. I need B24. This is the wrong piece. I put the wrong piece out. Yeah, so I've been playing Hearthstone. I am enjoying some Hearthstone this year. Always a good time. And then, let's see. What else? I'm playing anything else? I don't know. No, I don't think I've actually, honestly, I think those are the only 2 video games that I played since Monday. But still good. I've mostly just been catching up on some anime that I had let some of my I had let like episodes build up. What I say? Yeah, I watched wrestling last night. AEW started their tournament, which I thought was pretty fun. And for the most part, it was pretty good. It is weird that currently there are 2 wrestlers in AEW that both have, at least in their entrance gear, they both have Warhammer 40k inspired gear, and they wrestled each other. And that's weird. That's just a weird thing that happened. But it was fun. Chris Weed Piano says, I just watched the Blartcast. Travis streamed his watch this year, and I watched the VOD. Oh, nice. Yes. So there's a podcast called Till Death Do Us Blart. It is a yearly podcast. They only put episodes out on American Thanksgiving. Every year they put out 1 episode. This is the 10th year that they have been doing this. It is the McElroy brothers, Travis and Justin and Griffin, and Guy and what the fuck? Why can't I remember his other name? Jesus, I know Guy better. The dude's from Worst Idea of All Time podcast. The 5 of them together do this year-long podcast, and it's called Till Death Do Us Blart because they watch every year, each of them individually, Guy Montgomery and Tom Bat. Oh, that's right, Tom. Yes, it's Tom. They watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, the one in Vegas. They don't watch the first one. They watch the one in Vegas. And then they talk about it on a podcast. And they have it at that. And so Travis, Tim, yes, it's Tim Bat. It's not Tom. It's Tim. Jesus. I was like, you're right. It's Tom. And I should have been like, no, it's Tim. Tim and Guy. They've been doing this now. This is the 10th year where they each individually watch that movie and then they talk about it in a podcast. This year, Travis McElroy watched Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 with his, and the VOD is still up, I guess, which is fun that he watched it on Twitch. I have never seen the movie, and I will continue to never see that movie. I have seen Paul Blart Mall Cop, the first one. I have never seen the second one, and I never fucking will. That is my promise. I will listen to that podcast forever, probably. I mean, eventually I might get sick of it. And I might decide I don't want to listen to it anymore. But right now, the plan is that I'm going to listen to every episode of that podcast every year on Thanksgiving or, the weekend after. And I'm never going to see that movie because I don't want to. I don't want to know. I don't want to hear how the man actually says big sticky mess. There's a character that says big sticky mess. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see what the bird looks like. I don't want to hear the piano player play that piano in this fight scene in the Garden of Tranquility. I don't want that. I don't know what a bunch of these characters look like because I don't remember what the actors are. I don't want to see Anna Gasteyer's apparently very funny scene. I love Anna Gasteyer. I hear she's really funny in that movie and like genuinely funny and engaging. And that's awesome. And I love that for her. But I don't want to ever fucking see it because to me, it's way funnier if I never do. If I every year listen to 5 guys talk about a movie that I have never watched and I never watch. It's so much more enjoyable to me that I don't know what's going on with it. But I do love that Travis did it on stream. That is very silly of him to do. That is a silly choice that I can appreciate. Also, one year, one of the members of the group secretly, like someone chose for them, watched a different movie. Which is also very funny. I've only seen the more serious Mall Cop movie that came out at the runtime of the original. The first movie is not great, but it's at least kind of fun. And I don't know how the second movie is. I mean, I do, but I don't. Ghost Valve had a nice Thanksgiving dinner. Hell yeah. Otherwise, just kind of playing old games to relax on vacation time. Also, hell yeah, Ghost Valve. That sounds great. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're just hanging out. I'm glad you had a good Thanksgiving. These are things that I am happy about. Hell yeah. All right, so B17, we need both of B17, and then we also need B16. So B17 and B16 if we want to finish these legs up, which we do want to finish these legs up. Let's see. Lashberg says, I started reading Frieren. Fuck yeah. Love that manga. And the anime, of course. And have just got past where the show ended. It's still funny to me that it just has DBZ power levels. Yeah. I mean, kind of, yeah. Also, I finally managed to get a copy of Shin Godzilla Orthochromatic, a black and white cut of it. Yes. And it somehow converts to black and white very well. Awesome. I've seen some side-by-sides of that, but not in motion. I've only seen stills of it, but it does look neat. Let's see. Lord Crasher says, I've been watching more One Piece as Luffy's trying to reach his brother in Imperial Down. Imperial Down arc fucking rules. Which has a lot of Luffy gets a boost of energy and new buddy to help him before they do something to make it much harder. Still fun, but kind of emotionally draining as Luffy gets more and more fucked up during this arc. Luffy, so here's the thing. The Imperial Down arc has a lot of fun comedy moments that help alleviate and undercut for moments here. Not undercut, alleviate temporarily the the sadness and the basically Luffy like just being in his fucking feelings and trying to get through it. Just trying to make all this work. And then the humor does help. It does help. But it can be a pretty heavy arc, but it's real good. But yeah, gotta save Ace. It's fucking Ace. Gotta do what you can. I've only seen seriously, and then Lord Crescent says played the demo of Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden. That sounds made up. That sounds like a fake video game. Lord Crashton, I know you didn't make up that game. You didn't invent this game just out of nowhere. But that sounds like a fake ass fucking video game title. Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. Sounds fake as hell. I hope you enjoy it. And you bought it right after finishing it. Well, you did enjoy it because you played the demo and then bought the game. Seems like a very nice spooky action ghost fighting game from Don't Nod. Hell yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy that. That sounds fun. Fun and good. I am going to play more Balatro this weekend. I have no D&D stuff set up. My crew is finishing up our last session. Will be next week. We were supposed to be this weekend. We have postponed it. This is the second time we have postponed it. I am not mad. We're going to wrap up our game in the next session, and so I'm anxious to do it. But we're doing that next week, and I don't think I'm going to do anything with my kind of like rotation crew, the collective that I'm hanging out with. So I don't think we're going to do that, but I think I'm going to play more Balatro this weekend because I want to go back to it. It is my hey, I'm not going to do a list. I'm not going to do a top 10 list for games. But if I did, my favorite video game of 2024, top of the list, is Balatro. And then like Hearthstone expansion, I don't know which one would be on there. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth would probably be on there. Maybe Alan Wake DLC because I really liked it. I don't know what else. Power Wash Simulator is always in my top 10 because it fucking whips ass. Yeah, I don't know exactly what will be my top 10, but the top of the list would be Balatro because Balatro whips ass. Clickholding, I guess Clickholding would be my top 10. I fucking guess it would. I don't know. That seems weird to say out loud, but yeah, probably. Okay, so Banisher's Ghost of New Eden, which Chris says all those nouns make sense individually, but not in that order. Yeah, apparently it came out in February, like a bunch of video games. Lord Crashton, don't pretend like Skull and Bones came out. That's fake. That's a psyop. That game didn't come out. No. I know. I'm just joshing. But yeah, I don't know what else would be on my top 10. I gotta check out some demos. There's some demos out. I'm keeping an eye on for games. Diorama Builder, I'm going to play more of. I said that I played that. I'm going to probably play more of that this weekend. I haven't finished. I did more work on what I ended there. The space diorama, the Mars diorama, or the moon one. I think it was Mars Colony diorama. I want to finish that one up. That's just a big one. I don't know why I picked. I mean, it was suggested that I do that one, but oh boy, a lot of pieces for that. And also, I'm afraid that if I stop playing the diorama builder for too long, I'll forget how to play it because it's not that intuitive. So I want to keep up so I don't forget how to do it. Chris played some Power Simulator while listening to Hey Riddle Riddle and quickly lost an entire hour. Yeah, right? Larry Crashton bought Skull and Bones for $10. It's real to me. Okay, well, there you go. That sounds awesome, Chris. That sounds like a very fun way. Power Wash Simulator, which I have now completed the mission that I had finished before, but somehow that one gnome mission, the gnome fountain, didn't count for me as completed, but now I've completed it, so I'm now waiting on new stuff for Power Simulator, which I'll do at some point. I don't know if they're going to do another Christmas one. They did one last year. I don't know if they're going to do a new one. That would be neat if they did, but I don't know. But it is fun because a couple HoloLive people have been doing Power Wash Simulator now, and they've been doing like duos or groups, and that's been fun to watch. A game that I really like, and having a bunch of people of their fans starting to get into Power Wash Simulator, and it's because of Shrek. Literally, Narissa Ravencroft is such a big Shrek head that when they did the Shrek DLC or the Shrek pack for Power Simulator, she was like, well, I have to get this game and do it. And it went over really well, so now she's doing it more, and that has led to other people playing the game as well. And that is very funny that Shrek is the reason why a small amount of VTubers, of well-known VTubers, are playing Power Wash Simulator is because of Shrek. So I guess they did the right thing. Lord Christ says, I forgot I was playing the demo when I hit the late title card and a bunch of review scores flashed on the screen like a fever dream with the trailer they play to tell you to buy it. Yeah, that's wild. You forgot you were in a demo that then gives you the hard goddamn sell. I've been taking a break from trading card game store simulator. I've taken a break from that because I like the store I have. I don't want to reset or anything, but I'm like, I'll take a quick break, and I'll come back to that later, refreshed. I dropped a piece. I didn't have to stretch that far to get this, so I did that. I'm trying not to do the long, weird stretch where then I fuck up my back because I'm in my 40s. We got a lot done today. We had done the head and the chest coming into the stream, and we finished the chest, did both arms, the waist, and most of the legs. There is a good chance that this kit has weapons and the backpack and a transformation. So there's a chance that we won't finish this kit up on Saturday, but there's a good chance that we're going to wrap this kit up. That this kit could get finished on Saturday. So I will do a poll tomorrow for my $10 patrons on what I should work on next. I've got some Lego. I've got some model kits. So we'll do the poll and figure out what I'm going to do after this. Because like I said, we've got to do the rest of the legs and the feet. The side skirts, which are small. The backpack, which is not too big. And then the shield and the gun. And then transform it. So we might not start a new thing until Monday, but yeah, we might wrap this up. This has been a fairly standard build. Most of our stickers look like they are weapons or backpack stickers, so we will have a few more stickers to apply. But yeah, for now anyway, we're gonna wrap things up. Now, you know this, and I know this. We all here together know this. That this stream doesn't end until we raid. We got to go on a raid. We got to go find somebody doing cool stuff that we can go spend some time with. So we're going to go on a raid. Because that's how we end every stream. And so we will do that now. We're going to go find somebody doing cool shit that we want to go spend some time with. Who is streaming on a Thursday evening that we can go raid. Who's doing cool shit? Let's see. Maybe is there somebody we haven't raided in a while that we like, that we want to go check out and see what they're up to? We raid Liz pretty often, but I love Liz. Liz is playing some old games, it looks like. I actually don't see Liz playing anything right now. I think Liz is on break. Is maybe Liz on break? Okay, yeah. Oh no, Liz is getting something set up. Okay. Because I was like, I don't see what's happening here. We're going to raid Liz because I love Liz. Liz is great. Liz plays lots of old games, obscure games I've never fucking seen before. So we're going to go hang out with Liz. And I recommend that you, that's right, you, come along on this raid. My next stream will be this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern, where I will continue working on this kit, and I might even finish it. I don't know. And then we will, hang out. We'll talk about anime. We'll talk about the wrestling that happened that night. And it'll be a good time. And I hope you come out. If you stuck around here because you came in from that raid, thank you very much. If you're here because you just wanted to click on a Makers and Crafting stream, thank you. If you're here all the time, I know, and thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving here in America, and happy Thursday. Talk to you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.